The world is a troubled place. We must find time to save the human race. Love, unity, and empathy has no place among the human race in this transition. When we live in love and harmony and show respect with unity, only love can set us free to fight injustice wherever it be. Just said the hungry must be fed, but man can't live by only bread. We have the future in our hands. Let's take the trot to the promised land. Jamaica, Ethiopia, America, calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong, calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong, calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong, calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong. From the middle of the graveyard to the center of the sea, our ancestors, are you and me, we are the great ones. From the beginning of time, we have the heart, the soul, the body, and the mind. Calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong, calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong, calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong, calling. United we stand, divided we fall. All for one and one for all. Some never know themselves until them back against the wall. Jamaica, Haiti, Nyan-Ko-Pong a call, calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong, calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong, calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong, calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong, praises to the great ones, praises of our nation. Yeah. Oh yes, I say, united we stand, divided we fall. All for one and one for all. Some will never know themselves until they're back against the wall. Nigeria and Nigeria, the Asians wanna calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong, calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong, calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong, calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong. Aya. Hoya. Living demons calling, Nyan-Ko-Pong, calling, the global warrior calling, ancient warrior calling, Asia is calling, ancestral powers calling, China is calling, na, yeah. We've got to find a way to unite. Gotta seize on the fight, cause you know it's not right.
Hello, dear listeners. Today, Michael Carnegie has something special for you. A business opportunity that might just change your life. Imagine working from the comforts of your own home or anywhere in the world with just your laptop, computer, or smartphone. Intrigued? Well, stay tuned because Michael Carnegie is about to unveil the secrets of an exciting online business. Friends, this isn't your typical business. In fact, it's so unique that you don't sell a single product. Instead, you share the incredible benefits of this opportunity with others, helping them kickstart their journey to passive income. And the best part? It's automated, running 24/7, 365 days a year. So what's the catch? There isn't one. No need to stock inventory, handle shipping, or deal with customer service. Just sit back, relax, and watch your income grow. But how do you get started? That's the easy part. The entire training program is video based, making it accessible to anyone, regardless of their background or experience. And if you ever find yourself in need of guidance, mentors are there to support you every step of the way. Now you might be wondering, what's the real payoff? Well, here it is. More time with your family. Picture never missing out on your children's important milestones, creating countless memories due to increased travel time, and having the financial freedom to save for retirement and even that dream home. Imagine a life where you're not tied to a 9 to 5 routine, but instead you're in control of your time and your destiny. This is not just a business opportunity, it's a lifestyle change. If you're ready to take the plunge into a world of unlimited potential, where your success is only limited by your ambition, then this online business may just be the game changer you've been waiting for. To learn more and start your journey to financial freedom, visit the website at www.michaelmcarnegie.com. That's www.michaelmcarnegie.com. Don't let this opportunity pass you by.
That's in the Myrtle Beach here jurisdiction, South Carolina. They revisited one of my cases that was shot that they already paid me back all my money for, and they reopened by the case. And some strange judge on the case don't read all of the transcript that was sent to the court from the Nyan-Ko-Pong Maroon government to show that I'm a Maroon high chief and priest and ambassador at large and sit on different committees and board worldwide to protect my indigenous people and my government. And they locked me up here and they don't want to let me go for 90 days. They want me to go. Right? Everybody else in the government, what's going on? Thank you.
The hungry must be fed, but men can't live by only bread.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Just trying to keep Brother Michael in our thoughts, and giving praise. Grand Rising, each and everyone. How you doing? You hear me loud and clear?
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Before I go, I just want to thank everyone for yesterday who attend. Yeah, man. Attend our meeting and interject. I hope we have more people on board and hope that we reach greater shores. Health and wellness is where we are. Ambassador Gary is here quite early, so I won't even delay much longer. Ambassador Gary, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising family, Grand Rising High Priest. How's everybody? How's my Maroon family doing today?
Giving thanks to the
Grand
most.
Rising, everybody.
I am
Yes,
so glad to hear. Yes, family. Does my camera look a little foggy today? I know it looks foggy. So
No,
there we go. It's a
bit.
little clearer. There we go.
Your ancestor, clear it up.
Yes. It is so beautiful to be around people who are on your spiritual wavelength, because oftentimes many others, they can't really understand you because they just at a different vibration, and it's good to be around people who are on a similar vibration. Okay, so family, as I will repeat, as we do doing every week, health is wealth. We are a nation of wealthy people, but our health is paramount. Um, no longer will we be um, at the bottom of the scale as it pertains to health. So we need to be, because you can't truly be spiritually healthy and physically um, in despair. They go hand in hand. So today we want to add a little fun. Not that it has not been fun, but to take it up to another level. We know we most of us here, if not all of us, have a sweet tooth to some regards, but we want to be responsible when we eat. We want to be responsible. And here's a good thing, we can, and we're going to do that. So, on today's segment, we're going to do, we're going to zone in on some desserts, some alkaline desserts that you can make that are very tasty and still keep us in our alignment as it pertains to giving our body the correct nutrients. So, so important. This for many years has been one of the puzzles that a lot of people has experienced, but those days are over now. Now the code has been cracked, and now we're on the road and we have a plethora of options to go with. I myself have a sweet tooth. I'm going to tell you, it, when I see some good rum cake, my mother and my sisters, they make some really good rum cake. And if it's around me, I'm going to indulge. But there is actually a healthy way to make rum cake. But if they make it the bad way, I'm going to indulge on that too. I just make sure I'm going to cleanse it out of my body. But without further ado, Rascalites, let's roll the tape on the first video.
Just a minute. Let me just um, set up the apparatus to become on to welcoming Crystal. Crystal, watch it to know. I'll have to ask the
Chief Crystal, Grand Rising.
I'll have to ask the authority at the gate.
Yes.
Grand Rising, everybody.
Yeah, a lot of late arrival, not to
Chris,
mention.
Chris volunteer who's up here already, man. You're good.
Grand
Yeah,
Rising.
it's not about the tuition fee, you know. It's about the principal we want to say to catch all like a few things run on. But I'm not bashing her. She's in class, and we have some people also online that is joining us. As I said before, this is, mm, no worry, man. Let me get into it, and then when Crystal reads somewhere more secure, we will chat more. But let me get into the first lesson. What is this again, Ambassador Gary?
That exact one that you're going to play with, where you see that blender with the walnuts in it.
Alkaline electric raw
Electric, yes, yes,
electric.
yes.
You know that I was in. I went today and I pick up some coppers because I went to the crystal store to the people.
Ooh,
Noticed that on the not coming in for the crystals and I need to make an order. I put out something that shows you your birth month. It shows you when you have crystal to show you when you're in harm's way. It changes color. You have crystal also will alert you with spirituality. There's a lot of things in the crystal. So I went today. I don't know if anyone can let me see if I can minimize this before I go to the teaching. But if you look closely, I am wearing my copper because I advised all the brothers and sisters
yes.
get in tune with the copper. The
I
copper,
love it. Yes, big up, big up, big up, high priest, big up.
yes,
I'm a huge proponent of copper, copper
yes,
bracelet, copper ring. copper cups, containers to put your water in.
Yes,
Man,
yes.
that's a must. We should all have
Water
that in our house.
out of those things is very, very important. So I want you to know some of the copper lines, the crystal people, anyhow, I have the dream snatchers too. Yeah, you're having some visions and you can't read it. Them think they will have a whole set of it. So we need to get if a spirit shop is beside you, don't be afraid to walk inside there. All right.
Yes.
Everything
Yes.
is there.
So that means you have the supply house then.
Yeah, a warehouse, a whole warehouse. I
Mm.
tell you, when I go in there, the lady was like waiting to serve me. She was like, Grandmaster, welcome. I was like, yes. So, it is all of those things, Father. I just see great, great, great things. There are
Yeah,
some.
me rather get my personal one from the warehouse than get it from somebody with local. But me can shop around and see who out there selling crystal them and get them sell.
Yeah, man, and I put a list inside the classroom. I'm going to repost it again. Look at the list. I also put forth a leaflet which explain to you about the purpose of crystals and how mixed crystals. Because I order a copper crystal where the
Mm.
crystal can be inside of the copper, so that is going to be another celestial. Yo, them thing are real, I'm proving it every single day that these things are real.
That's that eyes. You're gonna make me want to meet that person there, cause I have something designed, partially designing on my head with copper already. I really want to put some crystal
Send
with
the,
it.
send the thing, my lord. Put in the thing, anything in mind, your creativeness come with. And you send that to me, and I just give it to her and say, yo, forward that. And she will forward
Mm.
that for you.
All
Mm.
right. All right.
There's different. Remember, if you even want to start with your birthstone, that is a start. These crystals are not just
Mm.
crystal, them have powers. But
Mm.
anyway, let's get into the
Yeah, me
alcohol.
the want use the chakra crystals then, the chakra color
Yes.
crystals.
Reach
Me
out.
talk to you one
Yeah.
away on that.
Yeah. Hi, Chief Gary. Electric raw cheesecake. Let's get into it.
All right.
Hey guys, I'm back with another alkaline cooking video. Today we're going to make alkaline electric cheesecake bites. This is a great little summer treat and
It is
it's
up.
enough
I don't know
for
why
a
we're
little
not hearing
snack
a
when
sound.
you have sugar cravings or you just want something sweet.
I'm hearing it.
So for the crust,
Oh, you're
we're going to
hearing
start
it?
off with
Okay.
1 cup of walnuts, pre-soaked. All right.
Yes.
Then to that we're going to add 12 dates,
Are you
mixed
hearing
sugar,
it,
pivot,
everyone?
fourth a teaspoon of sea salt,
Yes. Yes, we can hear.
and a half a cup of coconut flakes.
Yep.
Blend. After blending, you should have a nice little mixture that forms like this, and you can squeeze it and it'll stay and put. So if you squeeze it into a ball, it'll stay that way. Using a processor, remove your blade. Okay, and set this aside. Now we're going to get our muffin pan ready. Get a little, like a miniature muffin pan. Cut some parchment paper into strips. Then lightly spray your pan with a tiny bit of grapeseed oil. This will help the strips to stick to the bottom so that you can easily get your mixture in without them flopping all over the place. And you just press them down. Once they touch the oil, they will stay into place. Okay, so now we're going to make our crust. Find a small teaspoon, something that's not too big. Drop a little bit of mixture in each one. Let's see if we can see this. Okay, yes, we can. Just like that. After you put your mixture in, press it down firmly. And that, nice and firm. This way it will set perfectly and won't crumble once it's sets in the freezer. Okay, now that you have your cheesecake crust ready, it's time to make the filling. Okay, for the filling, you'll need 1 cup of pre-soaked walnuts. Next, you'll need 1 baby banana, 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. Now you need 3 tablespoons of melted coconut oil, 2 tablespoons of agave, the juice from 1 key lime, if you have any trouble with it blending, you just add your mixture to the food processor and get it blended up as smooth as possible. And if you can't get it blended up very, very smooth in the processor after you've added it, once you get it blended down just a little, better, then you can put it back in your smoothie cup. But you should be able to get it smooth enough in the processor. You kind of just want to get all the bits broken down. So we added ours to the processor so we can get a smoother blend because it's not blending very well in the blender cup. Okay, so let's do this again. It was a little thick, so what we did is we added 5 tablespoons of water. Okay, now that our mixture is done, we're going to start filling up our little muffin cups. Your mixture will be nice and thick. Remove your blender blade so you don't cut yourself. And when adding the water, if it's too thick, add just 2 tablespoons at a time. You don't want to end up having it too runny. Okay, now if you don't have a mini muffin pan, you can use a regular size muffin pan, you can use a cheesecake pan, you can use little mini springform pans. Whatever you have that will work for you. All right, start by gathering some of your cheese sauce with a spoon, your cream cheese sauce, filling and pressing it down in there. Just clean up the edges with your finger. If you're using a little mini one, remember it's not going to hold a lot. Okay, now that your filling is in the pan, clean up the edges with your finger, scrape out, do the tops like this so that you can make a nice little, really just little gentle like dip because you can put filling in there. And the ones that you're not going to put filling in, if you're going to leave them plain, you don't have to do that. So the next part you're going to do is you're going to need to make some filling. Not filling, but topping. So we've got some raspberries, blueberries, some pureed strawberries, blackberries, and peaches. You could also use mango, but I'm not going to use it today because I'm using this for something else and I didn't have anything that was frozen. So don't forget that. You can use a little bit of mango. The light just went off on my camera, so it's getting hot. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your fillings you can add a couple of dates to them to sweeten up a little bit more, and then blend them to puree them. The strawberries were fresh, and I added 2 dates. These were all frozen, and I let them sit for 20 minutes so they can blend easily, because you don't want to add water to it. If you add water to it, it's just going to water it down. So here's our blueberries. There's not many in here. I'm just going to add 1 date. You can use agave if you like. You really can use whatever you want. That's one thing about these cheesecake bites. You can use any kind of fruits you want. You don't have to use the ones I have here. You can use them fresh, frozen, puree them, whichever you want to do. Or you can make compote sauce and dump it over the top. All right, blend your blackberries. I'm just going to scrape out a little bit and show you. See there? All right. Just put that on the tops, whichever one you want to top it on. Just like that. And continue, if you're going to do all the different ones like I did, continue to blend the rest and top your cheesecake. Here's the strawberry. Now you're going to put these in the freezer for 1 to 1.5 hours, maybe even 2. You want to wait till they fully set. All right, guys, our cheesecake bites are out of the freezer and they have set. Now all you want to do is pull on your little tabs and they'll pop right out. And you have your little cheesecake bites. Perfect for snacking. All right, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the recipe. Let me know what you thought of the video. And thanks again, guys, for watching.
Yes, Ambassador.
All right. Well,
Are you hearing me?
Papa support something out of that.
Yes, Ambassador.
come again. Karim, brother Karim, you had something to say?
Yeah, I was saying, what for swap out something out of that recipe there.
What is the what?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
I was saying, we have to swap out something of that recipe that you did.
If we make that, we're gonna make it with guava and them sitting there.
Yes. So what?
No, talk about cream cheese though. That is a no.
No. She don't use cream cheese. She uses to get the creaminess. This is important to know. When you want creaminess or you want cheesy creaminess, walnut or hemp seed combination or separate, coconut oil, or you can use avocado oil too, as well as you can use tahini too. But that's what gives you the creaminess. And that same creaminess can be used when you're making, let's say, pizza. That's going to be your cheese. But you'd use a different oil, of course. You would use coconut oil to make because it's going to have a coconutty taste. So this recipe here, this cheesecake recipe, is really good. It has a coconutty kind of a flavor. It's very layered. So it's going to have the flavor of that fruit, the walnut, and that coconut mixture of flavor in that. It's you're gonna be you're gonna eat all of those. All those will be gone. And what's great about that recipe is, and a lot of these other recipes too, family, is that for those who have kids, it's a great thing you can work on. So everybody can be doing a little piece of that recipe. But it's just some of us love cheesecake and we love, like I said, we have our sweet tooth. But that recipe is a foundational recipe that you can take it in many different directions. Like the high priest said, you can use guava, you can use mango, you can use so many different types of fruits, and you can turn it into something different too as well. And it can also be a topping. Go ahead.
I was just saying, it's summer, and a lot of us have our offspring with us, and you know, they keep going around. Now is a time where I'm going to use to introduce these healthy foods, seeing that they're out of the school. Not, and I still never usually let them go into the school system, food like that. But now that we have a in-house, these little things they can help make for themselves. I love it.
Yes, yes, it's a good thing. It's good bonding moment time now. Try that recipe too with jackfruit as a topping. Mm. Mm.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, just you can put pieces of jackfruit chunks as well as you can puree the jackfruit because jackfruit is the flavor that remember everybody remember juicy fruit gum.
The little red bubble gum.
No, the
Yeah,
yellow, the
yeah,
yellow
man.
packet. Juicy fruit. Do you know
Yeah,
what?
man, remember juicy
Do
fruit.
you know what the flavor is?
Nah, no really pay
Anybody?
attention.
It's jackfruit. That's what they use.
Flavor the jackfruit.
They took the extract from the jackfruit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. When I made my had my line of protein powder, that's how I stumbled onto it because I was trying to replicate vanilla, but I wanted a vanilla cream. And then sure enough, I stumbled onto something, said, this is juicy fruit. Juicy fruit, that same flavor is what they use for vanilla. So for vanilla extract, disguise it because it's very, very similar. But juicy fruit is the flavor derives from jackfruit. Very, very interesting. So there you go. That's a really cool, very tasty cheesecake for our cheesecake lovers out there. So now you got that box checked. Any question on that recipe?
And then for come off, so we're going on a sugar-free diet. Ambassador, I've been put on that right now.
Sugar, yes,
No,
yes, I
yeah,
agree.
no
Sugar is always
sweetness.
free.
Only thing alone, honey alone. I'm allowed to right now because really being away from all these natural fruits that we usually feed into our body. Now when you go into the so-called supermarket, it is very depressing.
Yes,
There's
yes,
nothing there as natural food. So this what we're doing right now is to really get us
yes, this
track.
is true. 99% of the things in all supermarkets globally is artificial. Dates, figs, walnuts, mushroom, watercress, avocado. That's pretty much your natural foods in there. Everything else is artificial. Story for another day. All right, I priest. Let's go to our next video.
Yes. All right. What an introduction to this one. I run through it, but you want to bring us up to scratch?
This is a cobbler. It's like a peach cobbler
Mm-hmm.
for those who like cobblers. But remember, just
Is
because
it
it might have been aimed towards that, it can
no?
be.
I think this is the tiny buttercups,
Okay,
alkaline.
yeah, we can go to that one. We can go to the tiny
Yes.
buttercups too. Okay, let's
Yes.
do that.
Okay.
For my buttercup lovers out there, I bring you the possibilities.
Hello and welcome to another episode. Today I'll be showing you how to make some alkaline vegan tahini buttercups, and it requires no cooking whatsoever. Let's get started. This recipe was inspired by this Instagrammer. Check her out. cups of raw tahini to a large bowl. This is highly optional, but it'll make a huge difference in how this recipe turns out. Add 1.5 tablespoons of coconut aminos. Next, add 4 tablespoons of date syrup. Add 1 cup of coconut oil. For sweetness, add half a cup of agave nectar and feel free to adjust as needed. Now we're just going to use a hand mixer to mix everything together. You can also use a spatula or a whisk. Check this out. That's the consistency you want. Add 2 tablespoons of date sugar. This is the best brand I've come across, and I'll leave a link in the description box below. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. Feel free to adjust this as needed. Finally, mix it and give it a taste to make sure everything is just right. Let's move on to the next ingredient. This is from last week's recipe. If you haven't seen it, you're missing. Click on the link above to watch it. Chop half a cup of candied walnuts. Add your chopped candied walnuts and fold them in. Next, we're going to need a 12-count muffin pan and some liners. These muffin liners are very fragile, so what we're going to have to do is double them up. Now they should be able to hold our mixture without any problems. Place your muffin liners into the muffin pan. I like to use an ice cream scoop to do this, but you can also use a spoon. Add the mix to the muffin liners until each one is filled halfway up. Yes, I am aware that alkaline vegans don't use non-stick pans. I don't have a stainless steel pan. You can fill up your muffin liners if you don't intend to add anything else. Now we're going to freeze them for 10 to 15 minutes or until they're hard. After about 10 to 15 minutes, they should be hard to the touch. I'm going to be pouring some date syrup over 2 of them just to show you how they come out. Alkaline vegans don't eat chocolate, so I figured date syrup would be the next best substitute. At this stage, you should know the flavor profile of the mix, so you can go crazy by adding anything else you think will go with it. Then top it off with the rest of the mix. After topping it off, we're going to freeze it for another 10 to 15 minutes. That's it. We're all set. I'm sure we all know that, unlike chocolate, date syrup doesn't freeze. So when you take a bite, it's going to flow down your lips and make you look all sexy and stuff. These buttercups melt very quickly, so you don't want to bring them out until you're ready to eat them. Anyway, that's it for today. Please don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all next week. forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all.
Yeah, I must say that once I loved sweets, but I don't like that kind of sweets anymore, but it's mouth watering.
Hmm. Yes, that one has a lot of fat. That one has but it's good fat. That one has a lot of
I,
fat.
I,
The
yeah,
only thing I create is me I like cold stuff. Me a man
no,
hate cold
sir.
stuff.
Except
But
grape nut and rum and raisin ice cream. That's the exception, right? Right, Karim?
Yeah, yeah. When you talk about ice cream back in the day, you can talk. Yeah, me eat that, but the rest of the cold
I
thing,
was I want to interject, teach. Crystal, where is Dr. Judith? Where is Dr. Judith? Dr.
Mhm.
Judith, was she here Saturday? Was she here? I'm missing Dr. Judith. Not hearing you. Not hearing you, Crystal. Anyone hearing Crystal?
no.
No.
No,
No.
Oh no, we're not.
Crystal, get some copper, Crystal. You need for grounds. Anybody with grounds, I'm sorry for them. But anyway, I would really love Dr. Judith to come in because most of these things that are being presented to us in the health and wellness, of course, you know that High Chief Gary is coordinating the holistic herbal group, and she is very much part of it. And I love when she's inside the classroom, so we can put great minds together. Right, High Chief?
I second the motion. I
Yeah.
please. Yes. Now this recipe, family, this one is very rich, as I would say. It's very rich. So when you have take this one, make sure you have that treadmill running at full speed, and you have the bicycle ready. It's really tasty. Now, if you make when you make something like this, right? You're obviously not going to eat all of it at once, but what you can do is you can keep the rest of it frozen, and you go through it over a period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Over a period of time. Or if you have guests over, you can disperse some of it that way. But it's really good. Let me tell you something. It is really good. Flavor is very rich, real, real good. So, okay, but remember, when you're looking at these recipes, you're looking at many other recipes all at the same time. So that recipe can go in many different ways. And you saw a very creative way now how you can deal with the walnuts. Candied walnuts. Mm. You see how crafty he was with that? That topping can be used in many different ways. You can use that topping in your salads. There's a lot of ways you can go with that. And the kids are going to love that. Walnuts, walnuts is great for the brain. That's brain food. It looks
How
just like
how
the
do you
brain.
how do you actually make the candy walnuts?
What you can do is you can put the agave on it to give it that glaze, like candy, like candy popcorn,
And
and
just let
then
it dry?
pop it. Yeah, yeah, you can do that, or you can just pop it in the oven real quick, and then just let it cool off. That's
Okay.
one way you can go. You can also too. You can use coconut oil. You can flavor the oil, and you can put that oil with the date syrup or agave if you want to tweak the flavor a little bit. So there's a lot of ways you can go, but that's an easy way to do it. Just glaze it in the agave or date syrup, bake it, and then let it sit out. You can also too you can sprinkle it with shredded coconut, or what they call rallado here, shredded coconut. That's macaroon. That's how you make macaroon. You can make natural macaroon, and you just bake it. You can shred it with it. Tastes really, really good. So that's another way you can go. Coconut chips can be added with that, so You can make a bowl of that and have that around the house as like a really good healthy snack. But use your you can use your agave, you can use your date sugar, you can use coconut sugar too, and then just coat it and just bake it. And then you can leave it in the big chunks like that, or you can do what Manny does, is to chop it up into smaller pieces. But it's a nice, really, really tasty snack. It beats the candied popcorn and all that other stuff. It's natural. So there's something else there for you. All right, I priest. I think we can go to the next video.
Yep. I will go to the next video. Crystal, before is are we connected back, Sister Crystal? Or you're still
We
in?
are. We
There
Okay,
she
are.
is.
I was inquiring about the good doctor. I miss her. Where is she?
I am not sure. I'm gonna try and locate her and let you know. But how many classes has she missed? Has she been in classes?
Anyone can verify for her presence on Saturday. I'm looking at the books. I think she
Of
was
course.
there.
Yeah,
I'm
because we
Yeah,
were
looking.
man,
talking
should
Saturday.
have
Yes,
done
of course she was there.
Oh, normally when the minors don't show up, you get a letter from the school. The
You
audacity, the
see,
audacity.
God is
I,
keeping us on our toes.
Yes. Don't let God
I
take out the
think
pin.
they're checking up on their real estate, so I have to be very crucial. Yes,
Ah,
we have to do that. But this one, you want to say a bit
it.
on it? Yes,
okay.
go
Crystal
ahead.
and Rasta check on the
Yeah.
email when they get a chance.
You did that thing,
Okay.
Karima, I asked you about?
What is
I'll
Father
send what
God?
I have so far, Chris.
Thank you.
Crystal, by the way, I'm going to rectify that thing that you asked about in the chat room in my private chat. I'll after class, I'll get back to that.
Good stuff.
All right. Brown is Ambassador Michael. Ambassador Michael, what's he calling? Ambassador Gary. Brown is.
Yes, we can go to this one. This one is going to be a very, very interesting one. We will
And
go.
before we go into it, when we emphasize on the word alkaline, how important is that to our build-up?
Alkaline is very, very important because you see, alkaline is life. Alkaline is electricity. Remember,
Yes.
we are a vibration. That vibration is electricity. So alkaline meaning we're putting the life force back into a body that requires electricity. So what we are doing essentially is that we are re-electrifying the body, and we are making and keeping the body back in its correct alignment.
I'm
So we
going to
work
do a
beautifully
trick.
together.
I'm going to do a trick with the copper and a light bulb in a couple of days from now
Oh,
and show that we have the natural energy.
hmm,
Yeah. I still come. Let me play this
hmm.
alkaline.
So, remember that one there too.
Are you hearing it? Are you hearing this?
Hmm.
The volume is very
High
low.
priest, can you raise the
Very
volume?
low, very low.
I think my volume is extremely high. I don't know why this video is not setting.
I'm gonna go and mix it. So I have this organic vanilla bean. Um, this it smells so good because I usually use vanilla extract. It smells so strong. We're gonna use this instead of vanilla extract. I've never used the whole vanilla bean, so let's see how this turns out. If I can even get this thing open. Let's see. We're experimenting together. Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at all that beautiful vanilla. It looks like it's sparkling. Like, at least I don't know. It's just so shiny. So look at that. And it smells so delicious, you guys. So now I'm gonna scrape it out. Oh, I'm so excited. There we go. So that's from one bean. There's no vanilla in here. There.
Mm.
Mm. That one vanilla bean was like $7, but it was worth it. You know, I could have got a whole thing of vanilla extract for that. And now we add to our glass dish that I've already oiled with grapeseed oil. Oh, but if I didn't mention before, if you don't have grapeseed oil, you can use avocado oil. I'm gonna take some organic walnuts that I already chopped up myself. I'm gonna throw these babies on the yeah. And make sure you like press them in kind of so they stick. If they don't stick, they're just gonna be falling off while you're eating your brownies. And I'm gonna do this one too. Except that might be a little prettier with it. Just around the rim. This one came out pretty. And I'm gonna just add the rest of this. Because walnuts, you know? Because why not? In the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. What do you think in the oven? Because y'all gonna taste so good when y'all come out. All right, I love it. And I get to lick the bowl. Oh, this is so fire. Like, you would think because I'm using pure cacao powder that it would be so like dark chocolate. But no, honey. Oh yeah. Look at here. I made this and the earrings and the nose cuff and my ring. Look at this one. Trying to see what other content I could bring to this YouTube. And if y'all want to learn how to make jewelry and stuff, I'll think about it. Okay. And we gotta clean the kitchen. Oh, Alexa, set an alarm for like 25 minutes.
25 minutes, starting now.
Thanks, Think. This is the finished product. All right, let's cut this baby and taste it. Look at that. Let's get into this. I'm telling you, use the vanilla bean. Use the actual vanilla bean if you could find it. It makes such a difference. This is such a delicious brownie. And it's alkaline. You know? Health is wealth, baby. You want some meal? What's up, Stink?
Yep.
Mm.
I chief. Oh, hope the sweet nuts. I hope you don't get knocked out tonight,
Yes,
chief.
family.
Are you hearing me?
Woo.
Yes, Lord.
Yes.
I chief, you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, family. So, well, I want to shout out to the sister. She wearing some nice, um,
No, you're
some.
not. You're not. When just you're not. When just run over it, you know. Your sister, the ancestors, them, are
Yeah,
guide us, brothers and sisters. What was I just talking about? I was.
Crystal. That I just said.
I was just saying that we need to get our crystal game up. We need to channel our powers up. Walk in all your workplace with a big stone like that gear. Nobody not gonna win a long argument with you.
No, real
It is
thing.
both a symbol and a weapon. Don't mess with me. I'm not.
Yes.
Listen to me. Yeah. When they and this is those are the kind of designs that you can get. You know what I mean? I'm talking about. I have a crystal now that it can hold into my hand like a fist. And I'm telling you that crystal, trust me, as you look upon it, you know, see a whole heap. When you put on that and sit down in the sun, you're not, you're going to beam. You're going to beam. Now take some pictures and show, no, because that is it, you see? Or you don't have to make the eye of Ra, but you see the stone that is in it. If I should rewind and show you the stone, that sky
It's
blue stone.
Zulu. I think it's
Oh,
a
come on.
Zulu stone.
Crystal.
It
Crystal, you
helps
know
with
them.
intuition.
Yo, them can't chat to you when you walk in, Crystal. No long argument. Where did you get that from? Don't touch it. You can look at it. Because the next thing again, you have to know how to take care of your powers, brothers and sisters. You have
Yes.
to know.
Yes.
You have to know where to keep them, you know? You see all your dream catchers and these things, you have to know which window to put them. Yo, it's a big celestial world we're living in, you know. And as we finish one fold, we go to a different level. Because today, inside of the crystal store, my spirit was totally lifting up. You can see a lot of energy where we are walk around with. We don't download our energies. We need to download them. Carry
Yes.
on, my chief, please.
So true. So true. I Chief Crystal. Now I know why your name is Crystal.
All right.
It's all in the
Ooh.
name. It's all in the name, right?
Yes. Yeah. And to tell the truth, it is her that inspired me. Because I always have this curiosity about stones. But then, you know, after she come on from the government, and every time you have to call her name will take on life. Crystal, crystal, crystal. So it start breathe life. And I go into the store, and the store them just start talk to me. And we just start say, the Asian, they must say, yo, it's like I walk into a store with diamonds and pearls and all of these things. And I'm not, I was, the ancestors were saying, yo, you need to give your people these things, man, for their protection. You need to give it to them, teach them about it. So that's how I become inspired to get it done.
It is truly amazing. Family, our ancestors are ancient, especially we'll go back to as recent as Tartarian time. When we build our structures, our buildings, especially our homes, crystals were built into the very wall, the fabric of the wall. So the house was tuned with our energy. That's how deep that we took this thing. So everywhere, every part of society that we roamed around in, we were continuously getting our energies was getting retooled and reinvigorated.
But when you look in the pyramid, brothers and sisters,
Yes.
for every living man and woman that is there, they all had a symbol. They all had gems. When Moses was walking with his rod, it wasn't just a rod. It have on a whole heap of things on it. We have when we the emperor telling us, boy, I need to gear up. Some people because they're minor, so them don't know. So we live in a one supernatural world. This supernatural world, people is casting spell left, right, and center to make we get under the hypnosis. The doctor tell us about this, so we're gonna go on like we don't know. People are working witchcraft, and we're not witchcraft and sorcerers, but we are spellbounders. We can break them spell. We can chant a different channel. Look what the emperor do. That alone go to show you say is just a higher vibration. You have to if you call the emperor right now, they ask the emperor, say everything good. Man say most things. You not hear him say, boy, not now go on for me, king on. We never catch the emperor that. You think they catch the emperor in the mood there? He might try exalt power to you because he have too much.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Really
So
thick.
we know as nine ethers, we need to vibrate. Anytime we say we shall have it, mean we're victorious. So we need to vibrate high, real high. And food is one, but as I said, there are several different kind of food, and it all
Mm-hmm.
depends what you need to feed. A lot of us not feeding our spirit, not feeding our mentality, not feeding our body, and we have to make it three work as one, right? I wanted to just put that the ancestors. Yes, I
Well,
chief. We have
well,
next one line.
well said, High Priest. Well said. Well said. So, family, that brownie, that's a killer brownie. That brownie is off the chain. Now, okay, when you see that brownie, you're seeing many things at the same time, right? Now, if I put some rum in there, now I got myself some rum brownie, or I'm inching up to a rum cake now. Now, I put our plant of sacrament in there. Now I'm going to put a little deeper spirituality by putting some ganja in there. And now I got some nice, tasty brownie cannabis brownie. Mm. That recipe, highly recommend. Very effective, very, very tasty, family. Quick and easy to make. And the cacao that you see there, that's excellent for stem cells and your immune system. Excellent. Antioxidant off the chain. So that's a good brownie recipe. The kids will love it too. Okay, I priest, let's go to our next one, which is our peach cobbler.
Okay, so the ingredients are really simple. You're just going to use some frozen peaches. I got this organic sliced peaches, and basically everything that I'm saying, you can double it if you want a bigger one, but since it's just me and my best friend here today, this is just enough for us for the next day or so. But this is a 10-ounce bag. Then you're going to want to get some chickpea flour. You could also replace this with spelt flour, but I liked the chickpea flour. Then you need.
Just wanted to say, do not use this tonic water. It is not the same thing. I actually did not use it for this recipe. However, I thought that I didn't have any more of my sparkling water, which I do. But again, do not use that tonic water. It is filled with a whole bunch of crap that you do not need. So I'm going to show you what sparkling water I actually use. But again, do not use this.
I used this one before. This one would be considered more alkaline. I would definitely suggest using this one instead of this. But anyways, then some sea salt, some agave, some grapeseed oil, some date sugar. Allspice I put in every meal because it's a really good herb for you. Ceylon cinnamon. Some people say it's alkaline, some people say it isn't. But this is a special cinnamon. It's not like your regular cinnamon that you would get from any store. You have to actually go out and find this one. And it's like $10 for this one. So it's kind of pricey. And then vanilla flavor. This is a pure vanilla. It has no alcohol in it. So some people may not want this. So you don't necessarily need it. You can omit it from the recipe and it will still be fine. However, I like it. So I'm keeping it in there and we're going to get started. All right. So I'm going to turn the stove on 3. So like medium high. And then I'm just gonna add the full bag of peaches. I'm going to go kind of by eye, but you can start with about 8 to 10 ounces of agave in here because you're basically sauteing the peaches in it, but you're also trying to create a syrup so that it's similar to like the filling in peach cobbler. Basically, you're just going to wait for this to come to a simmer, and then I will be back after it simmers. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to add a dash of allspice and cinnamon. Well, this is more than a dash, but you can add however much cinnamon you want. Again, the allspice is not necessarily needed. It's just I try to cook with this with everything just for the benefits. I'm gonna add like a capful of vanilla. I'm just gonna leave that to simmer now. And I'm turning it up to 4. Okay, so we're gonna do about 1.5 cups of chickpea flour. You're gonna put a dash of sea salt. For date sugar, an 1/8 cup of date sugar. Mix that up. I'm gonna add a little bit more cinnamon to the batter. Now I'm gonna add about, that was an 1/8 cup of grapeseed oil, 1/8 cup of agave. Still gonna use the Pellegrino because luckily it does still have bubbles in it. Do not use this. This is actually not sparkling water, so do not use that. So I'm just going to add just a dash of water first. You want a batter, but you don't want it too runny. Add a little more water. Now you could try it to make sure it's as sweet as you want it to be. And I'm going to add just a little bit more agave. A dash of cinnamon. Vanilla. A dash of vanilla. Thank you. All right, guys. So this is what you want. Then you're going to turn the stove off because you want this extra syrup for the peaches. And so I had to just put some foil over here to create a smaller section for it. Just gonna dump your peaches. Them in a flat layer, or a single layer, I should say. Obviously, if you had more peaches, you wouldn't have to worry about this, but since we have a smaller portion, just gonna lay them out single. Then you're gonna take your batter, and if it's too thick, you could just add a little bit more sparkling water. So I added a little bit off camera, a dash or two of more water to make it a little bit more runny. And you're just gonna lay that on top. Now you're gonna put this in the oven on 350 for about 30 minutes. All right, so this is it. I'm just going to allow it to set. And then we'll be back to show you what it looks like on the plate. All right, you guys, this is the final thing. This is the final result. This is my alkaline version of peach cobbler. I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's so yummy. And obviously, you can put a dollop of coconut sherbet. You could put ice cream, whether that's vegan or not vegan. It's up to you, but it's so good. That's it, y'all.
Yes, I am.
Guys and goddesses, today we're making something electric and absolutely delicious. We are making a Dr. Sebi inspired.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Mhm.
That's not one of it, but
No.
that's another build
That's
up
a
to it.
video. Mhm.
Well, I never eat a peach cobbler before, but me I try that one there.
Me know say
No,
Karim, me
no.
know say that one will catch you now. Me know it's a matter of time. That one the long
Hold
heavy.
on, wait a
You
minute.
know, quick it.
I think the doctor just walked into the classroom. Grand Rising doctor.
Grand
Good
Rising,
rising,
Grand
doctor.
Rising.
I was just saying, boy, look like some boy. You have some extra homework you're doing, cause were you in class Saturday?
Yes, I was.
Oh, okay. I'm just looking over the books, and I was telling Crystal that the corporation check up on minors, but I have to check up on the majors. Next, you would have next. I wouldn't send child's care to your house. I'm gonna send some care, but
I appreciate that. She texted me.
yes,
Every Monday night, I
yeah,
have a class. I attend a class for business owners. Every Monday
marvelous.
night, for the city
Just
puts it on, so we
yeah,
can figure out if they can lend us money. So I'm in the class every
yes,
Monday night until 8 o'clock.
yay. I
So
am.
so
Hey,
I was in that class.
okay, beautiful, So long as you're multitasking, which all of us should learn to do. You get a 6 burner stove. Come up. We know we have coal pot, but get a 6 burner multitask. Don't burn nothing, but multitask. So I think that is quite
That
acceptable.
I
Yes,
think
my
them
brother.
call it. I think them call it a wellness check.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But good to see you. We were having some good dishes presented to us by High Chief Gary, and we have some questions. And at the same time, I have been told, and I know that I'm getting up there in age, and the sweet tooth have to cut out. You know what I mean? I,
Yes.
It was
it,
me,
I
not it.
Yes, I think they say that most of us here, especially if I in the Caribbean, I don't think I would have had it, but diabetes and sugar and those things are something that is taking a lot of us. So we have to cut back on it. So I Chief Gary was explaining to us some of these good things, and I wanted your response to his presentation. So good to have
Yeah, that peach cobbler. You know what I like is what I really love is that with you see a lot of these dishes, they keep me still in alignment with my nutritional practices. So it's not like I go out of bounds, and that's a good thing because my only other thing that when it comes to sweets is basically fruit. Fruit is of course my number one go-to, and it should be the number one go-to um, thing as it pertains to sweet. But it's about balance. So I don't eat any extra sweet that one would do, but I make sure I eat my fruits so everything is balanced. So there's never a time where I feel, you know what, I got a sugar craving or I got any particular type of craving because they keep the
let
diet and
let
nutrition
let let
balanced.
me let me ask. Watermelon and orange juice and these things. Natural watermelon has too many sugar in it. If you have high blood pressure,
No, because it's from the source of nature. That's basically water in the flavor of a melon, of a watermelon. That's basically what it is. And
hmm
that's one of the nature's perfect foods. You can survive on it. It has all the minerals in it. It's amazing. And that is one of the fruits that our ancestors were so um, it's in
Well,
a
let
good
me ask.
state to survive on because it has so many nutrients in it
Hmm.
and it hydrates your system. Now it is the
Well, let me.
season. Go to
Wait.
town on it.
The structured water.
Yes.
I wanna ask a question. Suppose you check your blood pressure and it's above 300. Should you go away from watermelon?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
For me?
Now, what you have to look at too, like I said, you have to cut. If it's that high, it's just, there's a lot of stress involved as well.
Let me get a second opinion from Dr. Judith.
Go ahead.
So you say low the watermelon.
Yes, he's right. Actually, cucumber is a number one hydrator, and watermelon is number two.
Yeah, 90
So
one 99, and the other one is what 98% water.
so pineapple. You can't eat pineapple either.
You can, but
You
pineapple,
can.
it has more sugar content. But when you're talking about hydration, the melons usually do much better.
Mhm.
So if your
Yes.
if your blood pressure is high, watermelon is good to eat. That's what
Yeah,
you're saying.
watermelon and cucumber.
Okay.
Yes.
Anything that does generally that does not come from a factory, you should be good
Yes.
with. You
Yeah, I
see?
know because but and as to the pineapple, I know the pineapple is they tend to be sweet at times.
I
So
mean,
um
that
you
They're
know
actually,
cellular food. Those are cellular. Even the sugar in
Yes.
fruit is different from the sugar that the crystal poison. It's a totally different
Yeah.
thing.
yes.
Yes.
So
the
you
Yeah.
sugar
can have
and the fibers
that's what I'm
together.
saying that you can do your fruit.
Yeah,
Yes.
fruit. Like I said, as long as it's not processed, it's a whole different thing because you're getting the fibers as well too, and how
Yes.
it breaks down. So that makes so you're getting a two for one. You're not getting it isolated. You're getting everything that goes with it. You know.
Well, let me before you go any further, the chat line inside the group, Grand Rising Kings and Queens. Most men have that challenge of sweet tooth, and it's toward detrimental at times.
But it's what
Yeah.
they eat. It's what type of sweets are you eating? Are you eating sweets that is in alignment with nature that has the fibers in it, or are you eating sweets that was processed and it has a sound? It has a sound like this. It's a package that sound like that. Um, like I said, from the tree, from the ground, they're usually good with most things. It's when it gets processed, then it gets isolated. Then the dynamics change somewhat. And of course, we got to mix in exercise too and sleep. So those other things too are very um, key components too, as towards the maintenance of your body, burning calories, building muscle tone, building joint and bone tendon um, strength. Those are all good things. And when you exercise too, it's also a natural detoxifier when you sweat. And I would say, what is the best exercise? There is no. It's be creative with exercise, but resistance training I've found to be the best because you're getting many things all at the same time, not just cardio, but do some resistance training. You get many things all at the same time, as well gets your heart rate up, and it builds your raises up your hormone levels and all that good stuff. Dr. McLaren, you wanna add a little sugar to this? No pun intended.
Yes, you're correct. You're correct. Resistance exercise is very good. As you said, it actually covers all the areas, and we need bone health and muscle health. But we would need to incorporate some cardio with that. To get the heart pumping and circulation. But everyone should be doing some resistance.
So we should have our own Nyan-Ko-Pong gyms all across the nation.
Hmm.
That's right, our own Nyan-Ko-Pong gym. And who's inside the Nyan-Ko-Pong gym? They're billionaires. But I priest, we can roll the last one.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Ask a question. Ask a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Regarding pineapples. No, I understand it's about it's got a very low pH. So what can you mix it with to balance the pH?
Okay. Now, okay. Now I can be real strict because truth be told, right? Pineapple is a hybrid fruit. It's pine and apple. Nature only makes single cells organism. Anything that is more than that is so pineapple is a hybrid fruit. It's many different fruits that it's made up of. The pH is like I think it's like somewhere in the fives. Now, if I really want to be strict, I would say, you know what, take it out. But if you're eating that with other fruits like your watermelon, cantaloupe, pears, cherries, things like that, you can help to balance that out. You can definitely do that. But I like pineapples. I don't eat it all the time. Listen, I'm in the land of the best pineapple, hands down. And I was killing that when I just came here. But I used to eat it with papayas and things like that, you know. But so,
I keep Gary. Could I
yes,
interject a little bit?
go ahead.
Danny, I made a juice today with some pineapple, but I mixed kiwi, mango, strawberry with it
There
because
you
I know the
go.
pineapple is a hybrid. So you need a 3-to-1 ratio whenever you're using
Right.
pineapple.
There you go. There you go, Karim. The only mistake, the thing I want to knock you on that, Karim, with that is that you didn't share with none away up here. That's the only knock
Boy,
I
me
have
there
against you with it.
all the way in New York. Come here and say that.
At least send a picture, of brethren. Yeah. So yeah, and I also recommend too, family. You know, when the seasons come with these different fruits, indulge in them. Now it's watermelon season like it was over here. Oh man, I run that into the ground. I will go through 4 big watermelon a week. That's right. Because once I start eating that, I can't stop. It's so good.
Some coconut water. I search for today and never find it. You want
Oh, right.
some young jelly.
Boy, I pick up my one yesterday.
Mm.
Yeah, boy, some young jelly bars, cause
Yeah, man.
yeah,
When
and
you guys come out, brother Earl, when you come out, we got them coconuts ready. I just had one just before I came home. Man, I tell you, you get a coconut here for like $1.
First
yeah,
round on
Panama.
me.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, family. So there you go. The pineapple, my sisters, they boil the skin.
Yeah. The
You know, a
ginger.
lot of our folks do that. They boil the skin so nothing
yeah.
is with it.
Boil the skin with ginger and just drink
Ginger,
it like that.
yes.
I make juice, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but isn't that a lot of sugar also?
No, it's okay. Like I said, when it comes to the fruits, if it's natural fruit, yes, I don't press people on that because it's natural and you're getting the
But
fiber. Where's the
Rascalites, we
Yes,
would
yes.
we wouldn't be adding regular sugar to that. We'll be adding agave to that.
right? Or date sugar or coconut sugar if we're using sugar. So and how it it's how it burns. But like I said, when you run into trouble is when you're eating the processed sugar, the processed stuff. That's when you're gonna run into trouble because it's gone through, it's been denatured.
Mhm.
So the the fiber that it comes with, beautiful. So those fruits are just water, what water tastes like with that flavor. So watermelon is what water tastes like in the flavor of melon. Pineapple is what water tastes like in the form of pineapple, and so on and so forth. So I priest, let's get that last video so we can wrap everything
One
up.
thing before you go, brother, the pineapple, you can put it with the beetroot and like carrots and ginger. to balance it out. And
Now
then
beets. Now, just to be clear, beets are also a hybrid. Beets
okay,
comes
Yep.
from the Dutch laboratory.
okay.
If you want to find out what's really hybrid
Exactly.
and what is alkaline, you can study. There's a subject called plant and animal husbandry, or you can get, if you want to know if the plant is alkaline, what you eat is alkaline, you can get a pH tester. But I'm not going to press you too hard because you know what? It's better if you had a choice, if you had an option between eating hybrid fruits versus eating processed food.
Process. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd rather take hybrid more than
it's a
processed,
tricking one.
but it's
Yeah,
6 of one half dozen of the other.
yeah. So it's important to know that. So your beetroot, yeah, you can combine it with other things to counterbalance it.
Hmm.
You are going to eye chief. Until you get your fingernail in the dirt, nothing no real.
Real
Yeah.
thing, real
Yeah,
thing, real
until you
thing.
get your hands dirty, we're all just living off of these labels and brands.
Mm.
Yes,
You
yes,
know?
yes.
So I
So
can't
true.
wait
So
to
so
go back.
true.
Take
And
it to
one
Boy, the
last
only thing me
your
have a
plant,
go,
planting
only
your
thing me have a go to the dirt or some pepper.
one last thing, family, before I get to this, is to show you how fertile the land here is. Right? When I eat when I eat fruits, make sure it's fruit with seeds. I don't like to throw the seeds in the garbage. I feel like it's against nature.
yes.
So I like to disperse it out. I throw it in the backyard or I throw it over the fence, which is like it's rural. Now I have several watermelon plant popping up just like that. No effort. Just throw it in the backyard and there it is. The flowers start creeping already.
Grandma's
Yeah, 'cause
kitchen
it's style
garden.
good and dirt and rain a fall.
Yeah, but so just to kind of, it's amazing. I love it. It's beautiful to me. I love that.
That's
But
what
I
grandma used to do. Just throw the pepper seed in the garden, and when she cut it up, and any little seeds, just throw it out there. Okra seed, whatever seed,
mhm,
just throw it in the kitchen, they call it kitchen garden.
mhm, I tell you. So I have a papaya tree growing in the backyard too. No effort. Just throw
Just
it.
mulch it to support it.
Amazing, amazing. But I priest, we can
Yeah,
roll
yeah.
up.
Let me do the work, sir. Well, we're running over a bit time, but of
Yes,
course,
yes.
yeah, we have to do what. Here we go.
In my skillet, I have about 4 cups of frozen strawberries. You can use fresh strawberries, but you will need to add about a fourth to a half cup of spring water. I also have 1 tablespoon of sea moss gel and about a fourth to a half a cup of agave. You can sweeten it according to your preference. And I did add in about the juice of 2 key limes. And you want to just let that cook down. In the meantime, you want to make your crumble topping mix. So I have 2 cups of spelt flour, a half a cup of agave powder, a fourth cup of date sugar, 1 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, and a fourth teaspoon of sea salt. I went ahead and combined that together, and then I added in a fourth of a cup of grapeseed oil. You want to mix this up until it makes a crumbly mixture. You can add a little more of the grapeseed oil as needed until you achieve a texture that is a lot like this. You want it to stick together and be kind of sandy looking and crumbly. Then you're going to go ahead and press this mixture, half of this mixture, you're going to press half of it into a pan that's lined with parchment paper. Then you're going to bake that on 350 degrees for about 10 minutes. So while that is baking, you want to make sure that you are checking on your filling, your berry filling, and you want to cook it until it starts to reduce down to a jam-like consistency. So you want to make sure you're simmering it over a low heat, stirring it occasionally. And this is about the consistency that you want to go for. where it's not too much liquid, it's more like a thick jam. Then you're going to go ahead and add this mixture directly on top of your hot crust when it comes out of the oven. You can let the crust cool, but it's not necessary. And on top of the berry mixture, you're going to go ahead and gently sprinkle the remaining crumble mixture that you have left over. You want to completely cover the top of your berries like so. Then you're going to bake this on 350 for 15 to 20 minutes. And you want to make sure that it completely cools before you cut into this. Now, I went ahead and made a glaze using the agave powder, and I just mixed that with a little bit of coconut milk, and I just drizzled that on top, and I let that sit up. You can put a little coconut oil in there as well, and it will sit up in the refrigerator. And then I cut mine after it firms up in the refrigerator, and this is what it looks like. This is one of my favorite recipes, so I hope that you do give this a try. It is absolutely delicious. I do recommend that you store these in the refrigerator, and they can be stored for up to a week, maybe a week and a half. If you enjoyed this recipe and you would like more awesome,
I'm definitely gonna try some of these, Ambassador. I think
I
you're
forgot what this back over because couple of them, one of them is extremely low, and then a couple of
yeah.
them are missing some of the ingredients.
I put them in the class. I put them in the classroom. So you have them for your pleasure. And can I believe this summer is going to be nice because we're going to experiment, and I'm looking forward to changing what we eat, become more
Yes.
alkaline.
I'm looking forward to, like I said, our nation being known not just for our knowledge, our wisdom, and our power, but also to our health. Will be a shining example.
Yes. Any questions? Any vibration? As I always say, I'm backing up all of these.
Well,
Go
um,
ahead.
I know you're extremely busy, Rascalite, but whenever you
Yeah.
get the chance, check your email and see where you can disperse to the class out of what I'm sending you.
All right. I'll tonight I will do a review in these things that you sent to me, and then I'll set up, because as I said, we are trying to push in as much for the 6 week, but what I find out is that the thing, as we say, is a process, and sometimes things overlap. I think last week what we did with the UCC was very, very good, and I want to go to the ILO, you know what I mean, and see if I can dig into that, and then these material we are add to, we know we can put in between and get some more things
Well,
out.
the material I sent is supposed to be added with our affidavits.
Okay.
When we send it in, certain affidavits,
Mm-hmm.
like what's his name, the Pope's letter, that's
Yeah.
supposed to go with one of the affidavits, so that's in there. I got two Pope's letter in there and a couple other
Oh, so this
information. So
this is to deal with the after Davis and the offices where we're sending them.
yeah,
Oh,
that's one of the information that we needed to go with the affidavit.
okay.
Because once I'm doing the SF 181, I need the
Yes,
Pope's letter to go with the SF 181.
definitely.
And
Definitely. Well,
that was my reason for delaying so long because I needed to take on all of the advertisement audits. I got it out, I got it together. You got it
mm-hmm.
now in your email. Crystal got it in her email as well.
Mm.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. All right.
You're welcome.
Go ahead, my chief.
Quick question. Yeah,
Yes, yes, my
the
brother.
SF 180. Yeah, the SF 181. Is that the one where when it asks you what your nationality is, you put white?
Akim?
Is it
It
Heckley?
actually a little bit it's just one paper actually rather than it's one single paper and it asks you a couple brief questions and you answer it. But that specific SF 181 has to be faxed in with the post letter and another document. I gotta go check back which other document's supposed to be faxed in with that. And when we get back the reply from that, that's when we could actually go to our job and get all the taxes stopped, and then you could go to the tax office and ask for an annulment, get your taxes back.
I'm going to go into that document and then see how best I can address that for you, Danny. We can get a closure to it, okay?
Yes, family.
Yes, of course.
All right, family. It is 36 minutes past the hour. Again, family, I thank you guys for great for your participation, and that you
Yeah.
put many of these practices, these recipes into practice. Because, like I said, you're not looking at just one recipe, you're looking at many different recipes because each of these has many applications. So you want to have your library.
Ambassador Gary?
Yes, you want to have your library of nutrition well stocked. So that way you don't get stuck, you don't get into food, I call it food boredom. Then you have variety and a number of different things to choose from and to execute, because, our flavor, our taste buds really enjoys variety. And on that note, I priest, I give you the floor.
Yes. We can
Family.
open our mic. And of course, we'll see you tomorrow here again. But this is where we
Yeah.
say, in
We
our
shall be.
victorious tone, we shall have ye.
We
We
shall
shall
be.
be.
Yeah,
We
free
shall
up us.
be. We shall be.
Free up
All
us.
hail.
Hallelujah.
Man.
All
We
hail.
shall be.
All hail. All hail.
Tell my brother
All hail the
also
ambassador,
got the
man.
J. Ruben Long Conway jail in that's in the Myrtle Beach jurisdiction, South Carolina.
Really, I hear this thing,
They
you know.
revisited one of my cases that was shut that they already paid me back all my money for, and they reopened the case. And some strange judge on the case don't read all of the transcript that was sent to the court from the Nyan-Ko-Pong Maroon government to show that I'm a Maroon high chief and priest and ambassador at large and sit on different committees and board worldwide to protect my indigenous people and my government. And they locked me up here and they don't want to let me go. For 90 days, they want to lock me down for. Alright? Would you let everybody else know in the government what's going on? Thank you.